Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, everybody. This is the Virtual Odd Jobs Majima Nago. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday morning? Holy shit. It's been a while since I woke so early on a Saturday, not gonna lie. Yeah, since it's been a little while since I've done these, very morning streams on the weekends, so definitely not used to it is probably the understatement of the century, but hello. Yeah, so of course me trying to get back from my 4-month hiatus, trying to get back in the group, definitely have more of these at this point. But hi, good morning Voichi-san. Yeah, so it's been a while. Mainly because, during my hiatus, I mainly did use weekends to really catch up on sleep. So, waking this morning-ish is definitely been a while. It's been a while, which is why I kind of delayed it an hour from the way I would normally do it. Because before the hiatus, I definitely used to do 9 a.m. in the morning, Saturday and Sunday streams. I don't know what I was thinking, and I'd still partially regret picking that time slot. I mean, I picked that time slot for the main purpose of really trying to appeal to a JP audience, which obviously was not very successful, but I digress. But regardless, so yeah, I will be starting up these weekend morning streams once again to just sort of get back into the groove, Definitely, since it's been a while, really need to get back into the rhythm of doing streams much more frequently. So I do plan to try to keep up at least 3 stream per week schedule. 3 stream per week was my usual output before the hiatus. Honestly, I would like to extend it to even 4 or 5 during whatever free time I would be able to sneak. So, if possible, maybe you're gonna see more from me. So, for better or for worse, yeah, I guess you're stuck with me. But regardless, yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me this morning for a stream that I've somewhat been looking forward to, because definitely there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about in regards to fighting games. So, as a preface, I, Majima Nago, love fighting games, and there's so much about it that I like, especially watching it. I'm a big avid watcher of many fighting game tournaments and stuff. Of course, the most recent one that I watched completely was EVO 2023, which happens every year at Las Vegas. In fact, this year was so hyped that I actually was super tempted to eventually, try to make my way down to Las Vegas. Maybe next year. I'm definitely really thinking about it to watch EVO. But that being said, EVO happens really it happens very often in the wrong weeks. For example, the year before in 2022, it was on the same exact weekend as Otakuthon, which definitely made it very difficult for me to even consider going out for it. But I'm a big fan, and of course I watched the entirety of the Street Fighter 6 bracket. I don't know, I wouldn't say bracket, it's just the main stage stuff. So semifinals and onwards, I watched definitely a lot of it, and honestly, there was so many cool things about even various different fighting games I really enjoy, the execution, the mind games, the sense of thought, and also the gimmicks of each character, and the style of which each major player plays. There's so much to enjoy about the FGC in general, and also of course all the hype, right? People get real hype watching this stuff, just watching the audience. Everybody's just up in their seats, just getting hype. That kind of atmosphere has always been one of the things that really drew me to the FGC, and I just thought it'd be really cool to really attend one of these major events, not really even as a competitor, because to preface the other part of my thing is that I love FGCs, but I hardly ever actually play fighting games. So despite having, I would say, somewhat extensive knowledge on how a lot of these games play in terms of mechanics and also just the general mindset of going into some of these games. Due to the fact that I don't really play these games very much, fucking suck. To say the least, I'm really bad, mainly just due to lack of actual play and actual practice and stuff. And this is stuff that you can't really get away without practicing, especially with the amount of execution that's expected at a higher level for these games. There's no way you can get around that without just grinding out those skills and stuff, and that's something I've never really sat down and really grinded out. I think the game that I've maybe even fiddled around the most back in the day, not even back in the day, it's not even that old, is Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is the 3v3 Dragon Ball, of course the anime based fighting game that was made by Arc System Works, aka the guys who made Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue and stuff. Like, that game was really awesome and it was really fun, and it was definitely one of the main draws to that game for me. It was, of course, Dragon Ball, and the fact that all the characters had really interesting movesets, and it was a 3v3, which made the scramble, aka the neutral, in these, and which is very common to these kind of multi-character games. The scramble is very fun because just like shit's just happening all over the screen, stuff's happening all constantly, explosions, big explosions, and it was just such a interesting and fun game to get into. So I haven't really sat down to really grind any of these, but I do think I would like to start, especially since I actually do own quite a few fighting game peripherals. Just to show you. You probably see in the description that I'm playing on something called a Bentobox 2.0, and that might not be apparent to what it is. So I have a picture for what it is. So give me a moment. I'm just gonna. Actually, since I've done fighting game streams in the past, so the controller that I used to use and I still currently own, but am not super actively using, I still have it for other purposes, is this controller. So. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it here. Yeah, see it okay? So this is the controller that I used to normally use, and it's called a Hori Fighting Edge. Hori being the company that makes it, so it's the Fighting Edge. So this is the controller that I used to use for a lot of different fighting games, and even some non-fighting games even. And this is the controller I still have. Literally, it's next to me on a little shelf. But yeah, this is the controller that I used for quite a long time. It's a very sleek looking controller, isn't it? Like, it's like nice and silver. It's got that metal surface and it's like really sleek in design. The buttons, I used standard buttons because they're very good buttons. So overall, we just had this, it's a very sleek, very cool look to it. It's a very good arcade controller. But recently, I've been really meaning to go into the other side of arcade controllers, which is hitboxes. And what a hitbox is of course, instead of this little knobby thing you see here that we call a stick, we replace all of the functions of that, aka the directionals, with buttons. So yeah, so recently, because I actually came into quite a few hitbox devices, I actually want to really, aside from just nail down the Street Fighter 6 stuff, but also really start to get used to the functions of a hitbox, since that's definitely something that's still really foreign to me as somebody who is still much more used to a stick than a hitbox, and much more used to a controller than a stick. So I thought it's a good period of time that if I was gonna play something and sort of grind it on stream, that I might as well just start with the hitbox, just so I can grind that sort of concept of it too. So the controller I am using right now is this, if you see here. Yay! So this is the Bentobox. So it is a hitbox controller. It has like a little mini screen on the bottom there, which is a very cool thing for checking inputs. I know the picture doesn't really convey its size, but it's actually really small. And to explain how small this controller is that I currently have it plugged to the computer, and I'm just gonna casually put a regular Scotty's tissue box on it, and my regular Scotty's tissue box is bigger in terms of a rectangle than this controller. So as you can imagine, this is a very small controller. Like if I were to put a banana for size, it would probably just be the size of this controller. Like this is how small we're talking. And I'm not going to lie to you, as somebody who's over 6 foot, I have big hands. So you might say, no, this controller is probably really bad for you, right? Because it's like a really tiny controller, you have big hands. Actually, it fits surprisingly well. I'm not going to lie. Like I don't really have particular issues playing on it, and my fingers feel perfectly fine on it. And due to the way hitbox play usually is, and there's certain specific macros, I don't even know if I can even call them macros, but the way things are on how people usually use a hitbox requires your hand to sort of just reach over to the directional sometimes. So sometimes you would think like, oh, hey, yeah, you're gonna put all of your directionals on your left hand and all of your attack buttons on the right hand, and that would normally be the case. But there are certain cases where your right hand, where it would control the attack buttons, would actually reach over and hit a directional, mainly that big honking button on the bottom there, which is the jump button, aka up. So sometimes you would actually go and hit that along with a attack button as a macro. So since there are cases like that of your hand reaching over and stuff, having a smaller controller is actually not a bad thing. And I mainly bought this controller for portability because this thing is very, very small and thus very, very portable. So it's very easy for me to lug around everywhere. And of course, all it needs is a USB-C connection, so easy access, easy bringing around and stuff. And of course, all the LEDs on it is super fancy and stuff. Actually, recently I was working on Photoshop on trying to get like a plate with like a wallpaper, like made, not really a plate, I guess just printed, like a fancy printed thing, just so I can put it under this glass that you can see here, because it's the cover on it's glass. So I wanted to put something under it like art, so I can like make it a little bit more fancy. And a friend of mine is actually going to be helping print that. So once that's done, I'll probably even upload pictures on Twitter just so you guys can see what my Bentobox looks like at that point. But otherwise, yeah, you can see that this is definitely a different controller than the first controller that I showed you guys. So as such, I really want to, with this stream, when I'm just sort of getting into the meat of trying to learn Street Fighter from scratch, because again, I'm not somebody that's very knowledgeable on how to even play Street Fighter in terms of execution at all. Like, I know a lot about it from watching, and of course I do understand a lot of the core mechanics and stuff, but the executing of set mechanics is still something that's very foreign to me. So I'm definitely gonna try and nail myself down and do this. So for now, let's actually move on to, since this is part of the, you know, the Tryhard Casual series, aka the series where I try to maximize my time to improve my skill at a certain game, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit of my goals for this game. So for now, where am I? There I am. I swear this will just be like the way I appear to everything from here on out. That probably just makes me feel like a magical fairy or something. Well, anyway, yeah, I should probably turn down the audio for a little bit. You're just hearing some Street Fighter audio there because I forgot to switch the audios, but regardless, yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about my goals for SF6. And of course, we're gonna, you know, use this as sort of a basis to go on from here on out. So, let's go into my ultimate goals for the game. So, my ultimate goals for the game, of course, the pinnacle of what I would like to reach while playing this game is, of course, Master Rank in ranked match. So, yeah, Master Rank is definitely the highest tier of rank that you can reach for any individual character. Of course, this would just be like one character, or at least one character. As much as I would like to play a whole bunch of characters, I think it's more smart, especially in the beginning, to really nail down one character and just sort of really work at it until you have a good understanding and stuff. So honestly, the ultimate goal is to probably reach master rank with whatever character I decide to main. Of course, I have not picked a main yet. I was going to really go around and just get a feel for a lot of the characters today. So definitely that is going to be part of the fun today. So definitely look forward to that. For definitely, ultimate goal is to reach master rank. And if I'm able to reach master rank, then honestly at that point, I'm probably good enough to be what normal people would be considered good in this game. Or at least I would be able to comfortably probably be able to go to a tournament and not immediately lose. It's probably the best way of putting it. So it's still not like really like a super high thing, but at the same time, it's quite an accomplishment for anybody to even reach that level. So that would be my ultimate goal for this game. And of course, I would like to be get used to my hitbox. So yeah, this is gonna take time, and I know it is. So definitely get used to the hitbox and all the things that we can do with it because of the way that it is physically. It's definitely something that I'm going to try to get used to ultimately. But of course, these are like my ultimate super high goals, probably unreachable even. But you know, you gotta aim high, right? You can't really just try to shoot low and then it's gonna be all lame and stuff. You gotta shoot for the stars in my opinion. So I'm gonna go straight in and just say I just want to get into master and then, like, you know, perfect the use of a hitbox. But for now, my today goals is to try all of the characters and then get a little bit more used to the hitbox and then complete a section of the combo trials. And if we have some time, I want to try world mode. So yeah, for now I want to try out the characters. I know most of them, and of course most of the characteristics and what makes them unique, but I haven't really had any hands-on time with any of them. So I would like to really, you know, go and actually really just try most of the characters and get a feel for how they play in my hands. So, and then of course throughout that, I'm just gonna try to get used to the whole hitbox layout and getting used to that as a whole. And if possible, I'm gonna try to complete a bit of the combo trials. I know some of the later combo trials are probably a little bit technically out of my range right now, so I do want to practice the more simple stuff for now. And of course, if we have a little time, I want to try world mode a little bit. And world mode is like a really unique mode that they added to this game, which is basically the main single player stuff, which makes it kind of interesting because they have this whole like almost open world thing going on where you can create your own character and stuff. So it's definitely a very interesting thing they've added to this game. And honestly, Street Fighter 6 is so much better than 5. It's not even funny. Like both the mechanics and also look and also single player. Like there's just so much improvement from the frankly very infamous Street Fighter 5s, because Street Fighter 5 in my opinion is a very lackluster game on many fronts, especially mechanically. The game was super jank until they more or less did their best to fix it, and even after the fixes, it was not a very good game. Like not a good game at all. But people still played it, of course, because there was money in it, right? Like Capcom was still sponsoring the tournaments and stuff, and there was still money on the line. So as somebody who would be a pro fighting game player, the many of them that are around the world, they had no choice but to pick up the game, right? Because they got to pay their bills somehow. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink a little tea. So yeah, my goals for today are definitely very on the low side. I don't think I'm gonna go straight into like ranked fights yet, because I really want to at least get my basics down. Like in terms of multiplayer goals, I'd like to win a match. but I don't plan on going into ranked at all until I can at least beat like a level 6 computer like frequently enough. So from what I understand, I think the CPU in this game goes all up to level 8, and there's some pretty infamous videos online of even pro players fighting against the level 8 CPU and having trouble with them, mainly because the CPU that they use this time is actually a pretty smart CPU, all things considered. And as such, I don't think I'll be able to beat that CPU anytime soon, but at the same time, if I just only focus on single player content, I'm just not going to get better, because experience that I would have fighting against other people is definitely something that would contribute to the learning process, and I don't want to abandon that completely. But at the same time, I don't feel like I should be getting into that with no knowledge. I mean, I could, I've just ranked really badly, but I do think that I should have a sufficient amount of single player training and just general coverage. At least I would have picked my main. Oh yeah, right, I should probably add that in. Yeah, I pick a main character to really spend time on before I move into the multiplayer stuff. So with that, let's actually just hop into the game now, shall we? Let me just move some equipment around. Whoa. Whoa. All right, let me. Ah, there it is. There's our boy Luke. all right, give me a second while I start setting. Ah! No. Sorry, I just dropped something. Ah. All right.
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6. Press any button. I have pressed the button. By the way, this is what my oh, actually no, you can't hear because I have NVIDIA noise canceling on. Mainly because I know it's gonna be super clackety. So I decided that I was just going to. Oh, there's stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a collab. Anyway, so with that, so this is the multiplayer space. This is World Tour, which we might touch on a little bit later. It's pretty interesting from what I've seen. It's not like super intensive or anything, but it's definitely something I would like to try a little bit later on. But for now, we're just gonna hit the fighting ground. And let's do some practice first. So let's do a training. Yeah, let's do a little bit of training first. So let's go with what looks nice. I think a lot of the stages here actually look really cool. Well, I mean, this is called Street Fighter, right? Let's just play on the streets. Oh, who should I pick? Wow, so many characters. Of course, we have the poster boy for this new rendition, which is Luke. So Luke is, I'll just talk a little bit from what I understand of their base concept. So Luke is one of the Shoto characters in this game, and what we mean by Shoto is mainly characters like Ryu and Ken that have a fireball, they have a uppercut, so it's a more standard type character. But Luke is probably the strongest straight Shoto in this game, because they gave him some really good tools as a Shoto, which really makes his play very solid, because just Shotos are just good all-rounders because they have good options for most ranges. And Luke definitely excels in that, from what I understand. He's actually one of the top tier characters in this game, probably within the top 10 for sure. So Luke is definitely one of the characters I'm definitely really like inclined to make my main for now, mainly because I know he's much easier to use as a standard Shoto than other characters. So Luke is definitely one of the characters I'm going to be probably playing a little bit more than the others. So, and then we have Jamie, which is apparently Luke's friend. And from a gameplay standpoint, Jamie is a rushdown character, but he also has a unique concept in that, well, he uses the Drunken Fist. So he has a mechanic where he can drink in the middle of the fight in order to enhance his moves and move them to the next level. Where basically with each level of drunkenness that he obtains during the fight, his moves change in terms of properties and how good they are. So they get better and better the more drunk he is. And when he's level 4 drunk, that he sort of does this like release thing and he goes into like this super drunken power mode. So I hear like Jamie's actually honestly pretty interesting too, so I'm looking forward to sort of fiddling with him too. Then we have Manon, who is like a French model character. From what I understand, she is a grappler, and what happens is that since she's like a Olympic level grappler, every time she performs a successful command grab, which is a grab that is not a regular grab but requires a certain command to be inputted for the grab to be executed, every time she successfully lands one, she gains a medal, and every medal makes her grabs even stronger. So at level 5 medal, from what I understand, she's almost a boss character, and so definitely a very interesting character. And I've not played many grapplers, so I'm definitely interested in giving that a go. Then we have Kimberly, who is deeply related to a different character from a different series, from Final Fight, aka Guy the Ninja. So from what I understand, she's a speed-based character, and she inherits a lot of Guy's moves with a little bit of her own twist. So definitely quick, very mobile, has very good rushdown options and buttons and whatnot. So definitely also looking forward to trying that. Then we have Marissa, one of the new badass characters of this game. Like, look at the size of her. She's actually physically huge too, like tall, like super tall. She's like just hulking over most of the characters whose name isn't Zangief. So yeah, Marissa is definitely a very power type character. She has a lot of armor and a lot of her moves. She's not particularly fast, but then because she has armor, she can get through a lot of things that people can't normally get through. And then when she's in your face, then you have to play her game essentially. So she's definitely a very powerhouse character. And for those of you who have watched the CR Cup for Street Fighter, the one recently that happened during TGS, Shishiro Botan of Hololive fame actually uses Marissa, which is I think a very fitting character for her, since it's a character that commands a lot of respect. Like, if you don't respect my space, I'm going to fucking wreck you, is the kind of character this is. And then we have Lily, who basically is a lolly, and she uses these two like giant, like almost boomerang like weapons, except they're melee. So from what I understand, she's probably the daughter of a different Street Fighter character called T-Hawk, and like T-Hawk, she's actually a grappler at heart. So she has the same command grabs as her father, and a lot of the moves are also inherited from her father, mainly a lot of air mobility moves. She also has a mechanic where you can charge like wind charges, and then they can enhance your moves when you spend the wind charges on her moves. So she's definitely very interesting, because it's basically like they took the T-Hawk character, added like a resource mechanic, and then made the character really small, right? Because Lily, as a small character, has a much smaller hitbox than her dad did back when he was playable in Street Fighter 4. And that is important for fighting games, because the smaller your hitbox is, the harder you are to be hit, right? And because of that, she's like playing a big boy game in a small body. So that's definitely a very interesting character. And then we have JP, who is, from what I understand, I think the villain of this game. Like, he's definitely very interesting since he is, you know, a very high zoning character. So for those of you who don't understand zoning is basically trying to control far space, trying to spam fireballs and projectiles from I mean, the best case scenario is like full screen and you're just like hitting, like trying to make them block everything from like a mile away kind of thing. So JP is definitely a character that likes to control space and definitely has a lot of options for setting up distance where your opponent just has an extreme amount of trouble getting in. And during the first CR Cup, I remember I definitely watched Korone, who picked up this character quite often, and she actually got really good at it, which is one of the things I was super impressed about it. Since the entire concept of the CR Cup was definitely, there was like a team-based Street Fighter tournament, except that each team was led by a pro player. And on her side, she had the help of, who's the pro player on the team? I think it was Kazunoko. But regardless, she got really good at it, and actually she even hit plat playing the character solo on stream. So definitely this is also a character I've been looking to try out, because he's basically, out of all of these characters, the one that embodies zoning the most. Then we have Juri, of course, the fan favorite, the crazy girl that everybody likes to I don't know. I'm not really personally into very crazy girls, so I don't super see the appeal. I mean, her design is very cool and interesting with all the colors, the highlights, and whatnot. She herself has a very interesting mechanic where she can charge her kicks, and when she gets kick charges, then her kick moves can be enhanced, sort of. And she herself, of course, is a very great character that has really good options for controlling the neutral range. Like, she has really good buttons, she has really good kick moves that can control space, so she's definitely very dangerous, especially if you get into her close range, and she can definitely really unload the damage on you, especially with her level 2 super, which allows her to, you know, just go ham on your ass basically. Then we have DJ, the Jamaican, as you can tell from his clothing, the very Jamaican pop star. So DJ definitely has great tools for almost all ranges, and he has fantastic buttons, and he has one of the best drive rush attacks in the game, which comes out the quickest and has great range. So DJ is honestly just an absolute like menace at all ranges, and he is a character that has both command moves and charge moves, so he definitely has a ton of options for all ranges, which makes him, you know, you can't really sleep on him at any point, because he can get you if he really wants to, when he wants to. So they have Cammy, of course, another fan favorite, sporting her very new outfit from this game. So Cammy's always been the rushdown character. She has fantastic buttons, great lows, great highs because she has a dive kick. Of course, like the spiral's very good at all ranges, and she's just overall just very scary when she's in her face. So then we have Gile, aka Guile. Guile's definitely a character, a very defensive character. Most of the time you would almost see him as like a turtle, because he likes to just crouch down and just wait for you to do something, and when you fuck up, then he gets you. And the main reason for that is since Guile is a charge character, and what a charge character is instead of a regular input to do their moves, what they require is for you to hold back or down back for a certain amount of time, and then the opposite direction, whether that's like back and then forward, or down and then up. So in order to hold, like, you have to hold a charge essentially to use one of his moves. And he has to charge most moves for a certain period of time. I'm not too familiar with it personally, because I've actually never played a charge character, even though some of my friends do. but basically because of the way the charge is and how normally you would be doing like a block or a down block, it's definitely a very defensive position to be in, because you're just expecting them to come to you instead of you going to him, because in order to hold the charge you can't be going forward, right? So he's that type of character. Of course, he has great projectiles. He has a fantastic flash kick, which is good for anti-air. Like he's good at sitting there and just waiting for you to come to him. But he also actually, if you really want to go up and deal with them, he has great buttons for aggression up close too. So he's definitely not a character you can underestimate at any range, but especially if you have to go to him. So of course we have Blanca also, who is the resident monster, I guess. I think his story is that he was just like grew up in the woods kind of thing, and then he became like this or whatever. I'm not sure what his actual story is at this point, but Blanca is definitely a very interesting character. He has electricity charges, which he's able to shock his opponents, and he has a setup now with his Blanca dolls, which he sells as merchandise, that you can set them as traps that attack you. So you can set up sort of very bad scenarios for you to try to block and whatnot. And of course, he's also very aggressive. The Blanca ball is a very powerful attack that can just be right in your face, especially if he does his level 2 install, where the Blanca balls kind of just go crazy. So Blanca is definitely a very scary character, and there's a pro player that got second in Evo, Mena plays Pocket Blanca. His Blanca is honestly like super fucking scary. So, and then of course we have E Honda, aka Edmund Honda, for those of you who don't know what E stands for. So Edmundo Hondao, Edmund Honda is the sumo character, of course, from Japan. And he's actually really good in this game, but he's also a charge character like which makes him a very defensive character, except he also has very good options for dealing with you when you're up close too, because you know he's got the sumo butt slams, he's got the command grab, he's got the 100 hands for damage during combos. Like, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with, and his level 3 super is probably one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Because like imagine being in this scenario. Okay, just imagine this for a moment. So imagine that you're fighting this big sumo guy, and then he takes you, makes a ring of fire around you. Then in his critical version, he just charges you down in the air like a fucking torpedo with that scary ass like face, like the kabuki face. You're just probably just pissing yourself at that point. I know I would piss myself at that point. So so yeah, like definitely Honda has a lot of things going for him. So of course we have Ryu, the ever-standing main character of the Street Fighter franchise. Of course this time he's sort of shifted his role a little bit to Luke, who is the up-and-coming main character of Street Fighter 6. Ryu himself, of course, he's been in like basically every game in Street Fighter, and thus he's much older, much wiser, and at this point in the story he's conquered the Satsui no Hado, aka the dark Hado within him that was threatening to turn him evil, and thus he's a much more mellowed out character, and he is a typical Shoto character, but he also has his own unique mechanic, aka the Denjin charge, which he's able to charge electricity on his body to enhance certain moves like his fireball or his uppercut. So Ryu is definitely also a very somewhat easy to use character. Of course you have to learn about the Denjin, but otherwise not too different from his usual Shoto self. Then we have Ken. As you can see from physically, Ken's gone through some stuff. Ken has gone through a lot. He doesn't normally we're used to Ken being like a palette swap of Ryu to a sense, right? Like Ryu wears the white gi, and then Ken's supposed to wear the red gi, but Ken's not wearing the red gi right now because Ken is running from the law, because apparently he was framed for a crime that he did not commit, so he's on the run right now while trying to prove his own innocence and whatnot. As such, we refer to this as Hobo Ken. So this is Hobo Ken. So Ken is definitely also a Shoto character, but unlike Ryu, and Luke, who play more like standard Shotos, aka a pretty careful, just gauging your ranges, trying to play at each range depending on what your matchup is. Ken is a much more aggressive Shoto because he has a function, aka command run, aka he input a command and he does a run, which is a very core part of how he does combos and gets damage. And of course he has the fire Shoryuken, which is unique to him. And as such, so Ken is a much more aggressive Shoto than the other characters, as he definitely runs in your face a lot. He wants to be in your face with to do his combos and his damage, but he still controls the mid-range like most Shotos do. So definitely a very interesting character. Then you have Chun. Of course, Chun is also grown older. She's become like a martial arts master now instead of being a part of the police, which is what she was for the longest time. Chun, of course, a very strong character, also a charge character, but she's also pretty aggressive. She has really good buttons that can keep you on your toes. She definitely controls the mid-range very well with all of her buttons and whatnot. So Chun is definitely, from what I understand, extremely technical character, so definitely interested to try, but I doubt I would make all that much headway when it comes to Chun. So then we have the good old Russian wrestler Zangief, who is of course also absolutely massive. So Zangief is a grappler character. Specifically, he has many strong command grabs, not least of all the most famous of all, the spinning power driver, aka what we call the SPD. He's definitely very big and powerful in this one. Of course, him being big is a disadvantage in terms of these games, but at the same time that makes all of his button reach longer and stuff, so it's definitely not a bad thing. But at the same time, like, yeah, Zangief, he definitely struggles a lot in the far range and stuff, but when he's in your face, then you gotta start guessing, because he might grab you, he might hit you with any of his long buttons. Like, there's a lot of things to be very scared about with Zangief, especially the fact that his spinning power driver, especially if you play classic, does like 32% of the life bar. So definitely you gotta be careful with that. And then we have Dalzim, who is currently wrapped as a ball. Holy crap, how do you even that pose? Bro, how do you even? So Dalzim is definitely a long range control character, because as many of you know, Dalzim can stretch his arms and legs, and thus can really shoot his arms and legs at a very long distance, and likes to control space that way. So between the fact that he can do very long buttons to reach you from like halfway across the screen, with his long kicks, his long punches, and also his fireballs, which he can also make bounce and stuff. So he's definitely a very long range zoning character in a different way that JP is, because he controls it via his normals. JP likes to control via his projectiles. So then we have the two DLC characters. Of course, we have Rashid of the Wind. Look at the man's balance. So Rashid is a character, I believe, reigning from Saudi Arabia, and he controls wind. And he's a very tricky character, of course, since he's very mobile, very quick, has a lot of mobility options, and also has pretty interesting projectiles that he can follow up with. So yeah, Rashid excels at a lot of ranges, but definitely he's also really good up close, since he's got a lot of rushdown options, which you're gonna have to deal with and whatnot. So yeah, Rashid was the character that was introduced to Street Fighter 5, so he's definitely looking different now. I think he actually looks better in this game than he did in the old game. Like, look how like his drip is just super stylish in this game. So then we have the newest character. So Aki actually came out like literally yesterday. Aki came out yesterday. Like, Aki is, of course, you can tell from the fact that she's standing atop a pot of poison. She is a very poison based character, and the second of the two Psycho girls that happen to reside in this game. So Aki, from what I understand, is the student of Fang, who was in Street Fighter 5, but Fang is nowhere to be found since Shadowloo, aka the evil organization that was led by M. Bison, in Street Fighter 5 has collapsed, and Bison I think is dead. So as such, Aki has no affiliation with that from what we understand. Well, I'm not too sure though, but regardless, Aki is a very tricky character, has a lot of tricky options, and she herself of course uses the poison mechanic, where she can poison your character, which does damage over time, and she can also even pop the poison manually if she hits you with a certain move in order to cause you to bounce, which is helpful for combos. And she herself has some really unique moves that move you in different ways, so she's definitely a very super tricky character. But for now, that's a explanation of all I know about these main characters. So let's get started with Luke. Alright, he doesn't have any extra costumes, but let's see what colors he has. Oh, it's only 1 and 2? Okay. So yeah, I will be playing classic controls. They do have a new thing called the modern controls, which really makes everything very easy, is the best way of putting it. So when you play modern, your character only does 80% of the damage that a classic character will do. And that's a nerf specifically because modern is so easy to use that they have a button called special move, and the special move is a 1-button access to almost all of your special moves. You can't access all versions of it, because unlike with classic, you don't have light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick, because you don't have those options, you can't have all versions of it, because you only have like the light attack, medium attack, heavy attack, and basically the game decides for you which button is best to use at that point, so you have less control over it, and therefore you also lose some normals. You lose the ability to do certain versions of the special moves, but at the same time you gain some pretty interesting mechanics, which actually makes this even viable for even pros to play. For example, Luke himself, normally the Shoryuken is like a specific command to use for classic, and therefore because of the way the command works, you can't get it out like immediately. It's not something that you can, like, you have to be very purposeful in the way you do it. But in modern, because the uppercut is just 1 button, you can have one button uppercuts, which really speeds up the process, and that sort of speed up is actually kind of significant, which is very interesting. I think it's actually a really interesting thing that I put into this game for new players to really grasp the game. But I'm gonna go with classic because I'm actually more used to the cost of the classic, and plus I have a hitbox, which you know, it's very natural to do, you know, light medium heavy kick, light medium heavy punch and whatnot. So we're gonna go with that, and then CPU can be whoever. It can be Jamie. I'm gonna punch my best friend. Alright, so we'll start with Luke. Oh yeah, I have a macro for parry and I have a macro for drive impact. So as most people do on a 8-button thing. So we have light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. Ooh, the knee. And of course we do a standard fireball. So light, medium, heavy. Yeah, it's so fast. Like his fireball is just so fast. I should probably space it out more to make this more consistent. Yeah, the thing I have to really be careful of is, of course, I have a bit of a tendency to like really rush my stuff, and then stuff just doesn't come out sometimes. Yeah, here's the uppercut, the heavy version, the light version. What other moves does he have? Does it start? Oh, command list. Stand blast. Oh yeah, okay, so this is the EX version, which you use 2 punches. Flash Knuckle. Yeah, they call it the OD, aka the overdrive, because there's an overdrive bar. Aerial Flash Knuckle. Avenger. Oh, okay, I see. So it's a low stance forward thing. Chaser is a punch. Impaler is a kick. Interesting. Rising uppercut, I was able to do. Okay. That's interesting enough. Okay, so. Okay, let's do an EX Fireball now. Okay, there's the second shot. Ooh, okay, interesting. Yeah, there's the forward throw, back throw. So okay, so let's do. Okay, that's what it is. Interesting. Okay. Bring him over to that side. Okay, let's do the EX uppercut. Yeah, he's got a dunk at the end too. So from what I understand, I can do. Huh. So I do a forward jump and then. Okay, I can do like a little. Yeah, I can do like a little bit further of a forward movement if I do. Okay. What happens if I do EX then? Oh yeah, I just straight up just move a little bit more. Huh, that's very cool. Actually, I wonder if there's a training menu specifically for. Yeah, actually, let's do some tutorials. Yeah, why not? Let's learn some tutorials. Okay, let's start with this. So walking, of course. Hi, you. Good. You're taking the first step towards becoming fire. Dash it. Okay. Well done. Jumping. Ugh. Good. Jumps are excellent for moving while avoiding opponent attacks, but don't get too careless. If you jump around too much, it becomes predictable. Sooner or later, you'll get hit. Normal attacks. Alright, you know how to move. Now it's time to learn how to attack. We'll start off with normal attacks. There are buttons for both punches and kicks, and you can perform attacks of different strengths depending on the button pressed. Light attack. And then medium attack. That's an overhead, probably. And then heavy attack. I can feel the strength in your attacks. Inputting down will cause your character to crouch. Attacking in this state will cause your character to assume a low profile as you perform crouching attacks. Finally, we have jumping attacks. Go airborne and then attack. Okay. Okay. So those are the basics, but don't forget them. Instead, devote yourself to tempering them. Okay. Blocking. Let's give you the rundown on defense. There are 2 kinds of blocks, standing block and crouching block, of course. So standing block can block everything except lows, and then crouching block can block everything except highs. So basically you have to switch your blocks depending on what attack is being done. And yeah, that was an overhead. So that means you can't crouch block that move. Feels better than taking nice. Feels better than taking damage, doesn't it? Well, no shit, no shit, Ryu. Standing blocks can guard against any attacks that aren't aimed at your feet. For attacks that standing blocks can't defend against, there's crouching block. When you're facing right, input directly diagonally down and left with the stick to block. Let's you use a crouching block now. Block. Good job, you did it. Crouching blocks can't defend against overhead or jumping attacks, but can deal with a lot of other attacks. A good defense starts with the crouching block. Yeah, I mean, crouching block is most of the time where you want to be for most things, I think, because most moves in the game happen to be mid or low. Of course, there's overhead attacks, and certain characters are better than them than others that you have to be careful of, which in that case you have to really be able to smartly switch between them. But most of the time, if your opponent's not jumping into you, which all of their attacks would be a high, well, sometimes they would be a mid, but yeah, most of the time, except for your opponent jumping into you or being super close up to you, about to do a overhead, you can crouch block most things. So I think crouch block is the more natural thing to be for most characters. Throws. Go to sleep. If you think you're about to get thrown, answer back with a throw escape by pressing throw at the same time. Check your timing and... Haha, well defended. Throws are a great option for close range offense. Keep it in mind whenever your opponent is nearby. Yeah, throws are very important because if your opponent's blocking all the time, the only thing you can do against somebody's blocking or parrying even, one of the best options for, depending on scenario of course, might be just throw them. Because once you throw them, they're knocked down, and then you can just, you know, especially in the corner, you can just diddle them. So, special moves, Sandblast. Yeah, I need to input that a little bit slower. Now, rising uppercut. Rising uppercut is an attack that's very effective against jumping opponents. Okay. Different special moves work better in different scenarios. Get a feel for each one. Once you practice for a while, you'll be able to fire them off without even thinking. Okay. Super arts. Yes, there's a gauge on the bottom. It goes to 3. So there's a level 1, there's a level 2, and there's a level 3 super art. Yeah, so Luke's level 1 he fires a lot of fireballs at once, which is a good, really good. Because you can, if your opponent's about to shoot off a projectile, you can overwhelm them with yours, basically, if you want to just hit them with the level 1. So, that last zoom in though. Now for the big one, the level 3 super art. This is every fighter's trump card. As expected, use all 3 stocks of the super art gauge. Time to go to work! Boom, 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 boom. Woohoo! I actually really like how brutal that is. That hits hard. Remember that the super art gauge fills up whenever your attack hits or if you're attacked. Never forget that you have something like this up your sleeve. The drive gauge. The 6-bar display shown up here is known as the drive gauge. This indicates a fighter's concentration and energy level. Utilizing this gauge lets you perform unique actions. So yeah, this is the main mechanic of this game. So you use the drive gauge to EX your moves, aka make them super powerful. You use them to do the drive impact, which is a armored counter move, and you use it to do a parry too. So you use it as a resource for a lot of things, so it's a very important concept in this game. So first of all, we'll go through the 2 basic uses of the drive gauge. Drive impact. Yeah. So this is the armored counter move. So if they try to hit me during that, I would eat their attack and then punch them in the face. Like so. Oh, I was prepared for it, but that still hurt. Drive impacts can absorb 2 attacks from the opponent. but there are exceptions. When you're in trouble, use the drive impact to break through an attack. Drive impacts have a unique characteristics. They can break a cornered opponent's block. Yes, so if you do nail somebody with a raw drive impact in the corner, normally if you just block a drive impact, then they would just get pushed back. But because you're in the corner, when you get pushed back, you actually hit the wall behind you, and that actually does a guard break. So this was what would happen, and then you would be able to follow up because they're in a crumple state. See how the opponent's defense just crumples? Whenever you have somebody on defense in the corner, the drive impact is a good option. They say, but if you try to do a raw drive impact, you'll probably get drive impacted back. So it's not the best idea, unless if your opponent's just sleeping at the wheel. So next I'll teach you about the drive parry. So this is performed while holding down Y and B at the same time. Basically it's the 2 middle buttons. So most of these, like I have a macro for it because I have an 8 button thing. But normally how that works is that drive impact is the 2 heavy buttons, and then the parry is the 2 medium buttons. Whoops. I wanted to try to time it for a perfect counter. That's not a perfect counter, but we'll take it. So drive parries are effective against both standing and crouching attacks, and a successful drive parry will replenish your drive gauge. When you're on your heels and don't know what to do, look to your drive parry. So you might go like, oh, what's the point of having a parry if you can just block? And especially since it uses meters. So what happens is that when you block, you still take chip, what we call chip damage. AKA the attack doesn't land, but they'll still slowly chip at your bar. But when you parry, it no longer chips at all. And this is important mainly against projectiles, because projectiles actually have a fair amount of chip.
Feeling nervous?
And if you're able to pull off what they call a perfect parry, which is a parry that happens at just the right timing against an opponent's move, especially if they're right up to you, you suddenly become what we call a frame advantage. So you have a frame advantage on your opponent, aka you act before they do. And because you act before they do, you can sort of pressure them with your own stuff, or even just nail them with a combo. So while parries are powerful, they can't defend against throws, and I'm just gonna toss this motherfucker. Perfect parry, like so. This is the perfect parry. Yeah. So if you parry at the right time, you immediately get frame advantage, which means you can punish your opponent hard for being predictable. So yes, I can use a drive parry to defend against a drive impact. Whoops, a little late. A little early. So if you've been cornered in a fight, you can bet your bottom dollar that your opponent will try to hit you with a drive impact. That's why you need to predict their attempt to counter with a drive parry. Frankly, if they try to hit me with a raw drive impact, it's better for me to just drive impact back. Of course, a good defense is a good offense, so you can counter a drive impact with one of your own. The timing is harder than using a drive parry, but it can lead to some big damage. That's not entirely true, because most of the time with parry, we don't want to hold it, even though you can't hold a parry, to just parry everything that's coming. The thing is, impacting a drive impact, as soon as you see their flash, you can do your own, which doesn't make timing that hard. People are still getting used to it, frankly, but with drive parry, you have to kind of hold it for that to happen. You don't become an advantage. So frankly, it's better to counter a drive impact with a drive impact, almost always. So I see the flash, I can immediately get him back in the face. Yeah, like so. Because basically his armor disappears the moment he hits me. And so my armor is able to eat up his hit and then hit him back, is how the drive impact works. So you're a quick learner. When you're in the corner, always be able to ready to deal with an opponent's drive impact. If you sense it coming, you can also try to forward jump out of trouble. Yeah, I mean, you can just jump over it, yeah. Burnout. Drive, impact, and parry are great uses of the drive gauge, but continuous uses will drain the gauge, and if you drain it completely, you'll be unable to use it for a matter of time. Yeah. So when your drive gauge is empty, you'll enter burnout. If your opponent hits you with a drive impact while you're cornered, you'll be stunned and you won't be able to move for a certain amount of time. Yes, I will. See, now he's stunned, and because he's stunned, I can do whatever I want with him. Ugh, I was seeing stars for a moment there. When the fighter is in burnout, they can still be stunned. Even if they block a drive impact. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. In your corner, because you can't drive impact back and you can't parry back, if you're in a corner and your opponent's about to drive impact you and you haven't already jumped out of the way, you're done. They're gonna get full combo on you. So remember, chasing someone in the corner gives you more chances to attack. Yes, the corner is helpful. Now let's go over the rules of engagement. The gauge at the top of the screen displays your vitality. On the left is player 1, your vitality. On the right is player 2, mine. Well, I mean, depends on... I mean, this is of course different in multiplayer, but for now, yeah, this is fine. So get hit with an attack and your vitality will drop. When it reaches 0, that's a knockout. Knock out your opponent. Rounds have time limits, and if no one scores a knockout within the time limit, the round ends. If the round ends with no one scoring a knockout, the fighter with the most vitality is declared the winner, of course. Each fight is a set amount of rounds, and whoever reaches the required round victories first is the winner of the entire fight. No shit. Practice fight? Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I still don't know how to follow up yet, so this is... Ow. Yep. That'll do.
Not bad.
Good fight. If you're aiming for the top, in Fighting Ground you'll find tutorials. Use these to learn various and more powerful techniques. Don't be hasty. Take your time and get stronger little by little. Go at your own pace. Okay. Next tutorial, please. Normal attack strengths. I want to teach you about normal attacks, the fundamentals of combat. We'll start from going over the difference between each attack strength. Normal attacks have 3 strengths, light, medium, heavy, each with its own application and purpose. In general, light attacks are quick and barely leave an opening, but don't deal much damage and are unlikely to decide a match on their own. Heavy attacks deal great damage but can leave you wide open. Medium attacks exist somewhere in the middle. Use nothing but light attacks and you have a hard time defeating your opponent. Use nothing but heavy attacks and you'll leave yourself open to counter attacks. To win, it's essential to strike a balance, using normal attacks of various strengths to handle different situations in the fight. Putting each strength to use. You should take advantage of light attacks for their speed. Use them to assert yourself at close range, or stop an opponent as they try to make a move. They're also effective at interrupting your opponent's attack sequences. Alright, let's have you try out for self. I'm going to perform the following sequence: forward dash, crouching medium punch, crouching medium kick. Block the crouching medium punch, then interrupt me with a light attack. Yep, there it is. So yeah, there's basically a gap in the middle of those attacks, which makes it so my light can go through, especially since my light is faster than their medium kick. Next, medium attacks. They have a longer reach than light attacks, but they don't leave you as open as heavy attacks. These are best suited for when you and your opponent are around the edge of striking distance. There are also short-range medium attacks like crouching medium punch used by Luke and myself. Many of these can be linked into other moves that done up close, making it difficult for your opponent to strike back after blocking. Mixing them into your repertoire will make your close-range offense all the stronger. And finally, heavy attacks. If you can land them, these deal a lot of damage. However, if your attack misses or is blocked, you'll be wide open to counterattacks. It's a case of high risk, high reward. Best time to do heavy attacks is when your opponent leaves an opening, such as when they miss with a powerful attack of their own, Let me show you. I'll throw a large attack and miss on purpose. Use a standing heavy punch to counter attack me while I'm recovering. Oh, I have to do it a little sooner. Yep. I did it the first time though. You want me to use heavy kick or something? But I did a heavy attack. Oh, it has to be standing. Oh, I did a dash. Right. Nicely timed. You can also use heavy attacks while jumping. Jump attacks are vulnerable in the gap between when the attack ends and when you land. Since this gap is the same across all jump attack strengths, heavy attacks are a good default option. Crouching kicks. Crouching kick attacks used to strike your opponent's feet are low attacks, which means they can't be blocked standing. Let's look at a few ways you can use these. Let's say your opponent's about to back away from you at close range, do nothing, and they're gaining valuable distance, attack and they automatically block you while they're standing. Let them get away and you'll have a hard time landing throws and dealing damage in general. This is when you want to use a low attack. Crouch and then kick. If your opponent backs away while standing, the attack will connect. If they crouch to block it, they'll be stopped in their tracks. From there, you can go for a throw. Crouching heavy kick is unique among the low attacks in which it will knock your opponent down if it hits, opening them to an attack as they get back up. You'll be left wide open if you miss, but the reward for landing is well worth it. Watch your opponent carefully, wait for them to leave themselves open and strike. Some normal attacks will leave you open to counter attacks should they be blocked, okay? Yes. Yes, ranges. So basically, if you do it at the tip of your range, then it's harder for people to punish you. Okay. That's cool. Sandblast, yeah. Yeah, Sandblast heavy goes the farthest. Yeah. Rising uppercut. While walking forward. Got him. Is there anything else? Oh, combos. Oh yes, I would like to learn a combo. Okay. Create a valid combo. Jumping heavy attack. Okay. Okay, so jump in. Oops. Okay, I just stop spamming buttons. Because I have a tendency to like multi-press. Okay, there we go. Yes, keep it up. Jump attacks excel at creating opportunities for big counter combos, but they're also risky. Okay. Cancels. Yeah, I can cancel certain normals into... Yeah. Standing heavy punch. Okay. Sometimes you can do super arts. Okay. Yeah. Cross up attacks. Oh yes, yeah, cross up. Jumping medium kick. Yep. So. I have to be like here. Nope, that didn't cross up. So like this range. Okay, maybe like here. I have to do it a little later. Oh, there it is. Cross up. Yeah, the thing about cross up is that basically since you hit them on the opposite side, if they're not blocking cross up, aka they have to press forward instead of back to block a cross up, then they get hit. Yep. So yeah, I had to block that by pressing forward instead of back because it's considered to be an attack that's coming from the other side. So I have to, when you block, you always have to press back from the direction you're being hit, so. Yes, throws. Huh, that way. Banana throw. Okay. Okay. That's too fast. Oh, there. Nice. Throw escapes. Okay. Oops. Ah, crap. Ah, there we go. Yeah, next tutorial. There's a lot to learn. Recovering from knockdowns. If I don't press anything, I'll recover in place. If I press 2 or more buttons, I'll perform backwards. Okay, I see. Okay. Recovery options, good to know. Yep, overdrive arts. Yep. Sandblast. Yep. Drive reversal. Forward heavy. Okay. Okay, so it's an alpha counter. Okay. Yeah, because it's gray health, you can recover over time. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Okay, so it's the same command as drive impact, but oh, okay. Drive rush. Yes, drive rush is when you cancel a parry into a move by dash canceling. Yeah. Ah, I see, okay. So if Luke uses a crouching medium punch during drive rush from a specific distance, it will travel further.
Where you going? Where you going?
Okay.
Where you going?
Okay. What's the specific distance?
Where you going? Where you going?
Maybe it's close.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going?
Oh. Let's go with this to light. Oh, is there an example? So, is this the distance?
Where you going?
It has to be this speed to do the triple impact, okay. Oh, it's a crouching medium. Oh, okay.
Where you going?
Oh, it's crouching medium, okay.
Where you going?
Okay, I see.
Where you going? Where you going?
Okay. Like the input timings and stuff is still something I struggle with, so I definitely need to learn this. Oh, whoops.
Where you going?
Oops.
Where you going?
Okay. So there.
Where you going?
Okay, I can't dash out of the parry if I'm already holding.
Where you going?
Okay, give me a sec. Oh man, I'm bad. Okay, that does not count. Okay.
Where you going? Where you going?
Okay.
Where you going? Uppercut.
Nope.
Where you going?
Ah, that would have worked.
Where you
1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 1, 2. No, I didn't connect.
Where you going? Where you going?
Oh, it's hard. The timing is hard. Okay, so
Where you going? Where you going?
almost had. Almost had.
Where you going? Where you going?
Oops.
Where you going?
Oh, got it. I 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 got it. Whew. I was stuck on there for a while. Oh well. Okay, armor. How does armor work? Yeah, you do take damage, but it's gray health, I believe. Thank you for believing me. Yeah, the timing, I was because I needed to buffer the moves, so basically instead of trying to find like the exact timing, I was basically just going like medium, and then I was light, heavy, light, medium, heavy. So yeah, gray health, you can recover gray health. Gray health essentially just slowly recovers over time. But then the thing with gray health is if you have a bunch of gray health and your opponent hits you with a combo that knocks you down, then all your gray health disappears. Avenger. Armor break. Yeah, if you do more hits than the armor has, then you armor break. Okay. Lock state. Yeah, crush. Okay. Okay, good to know. So if you get hit by a normal and then if you block a normal and then you block the drive impact that's coming immediately after, then you're in a lock and it doesn't crush you. So okay. Yeah, you can get burnt out by blocking during when your drive gauge is low. So yeah, drive gauge is super important to really, like, you need to have a grasp of it. So you have to look at it quite often from what I understand. Yeah. Yeah. Blocking and burnout. Yeah, you can chip die during burnout. You can only chip die. Like normally, even if you're at 0 health, like 1 health, and you block while you still have gauge, then you're still fine. But if you block while you're in burnout and it does chip damage, then you just die. So burnout is a very bad place to be. Generally, when you're in burnout, all of your moves have +4 frames above what they usually have, which makes them all slower. Oops. Interesting. Projectiles, yeah. Don't just fly straight forward horizontally, some travel across the ground. Yeah, like Jury's fireball just is a grounded one. So it's like following you from the ground. Yeah, Sandblast is good. Sandblast is better than the Hadouken is, actually, because it's so fast. Yeah, they cancel. Okay. Yeah, got him. Yeah, so the EX version of the EX projectiles beat regular projectiles, and then super projectiles beat EX projectiles. So if you're using a super that is a projectile, they'll just beat anything that's clashing against. And in this game, unlike with previous games, like it doesn't trade in the way that you would normally think of this. For example, in Street Fighter 5, if an EX fireball, which is usually a 2-hit fireball, runs into a regular fireball, which is a 1-hit, then it absorbs one of the hits, and then what would happen is that if the EX fireball reaches your opponent, it only does 1 hit instead of 2, because the regular fireball ate one of its hits. Which also means back in the day, in Street Fighter 5, if you have an EX fireball and you shoot 2 fireballs at it and eat both of the hits, then it cancels out. But in this game, it's not like that. So if you have an EX fireball going against a regular fireball, it will just beat the regular fireball and still retain 2 hits. So it just completely beats out regular fireballs. Invincible moves. The Shoryuken is invincible. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Didn't input fast enough. There we go. I think heavy Shoryuken is just straight invincible. I think light and medium are anti-air invincible. Especially EX. EX I think is definitely straight invincible. Yeah. Like he just used this EX Shoryu against the thing there. Anti-air moves. Crouching heavy punch. Yeah, I think this is top body invincible, which makes it anti-air invincible. Yeah. Yeah, just be aware of jump range and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. So much complicated stuff. Level 2 super arts. You can cancel into level 2 super arts from overdrive. Oh. So eraser, okay. Oh yeah. That'll do. Level 3s are just straight invincible also. The startup anyway. Hmm. It's not coming out. Does that work? No, I don't think it connected. Yeah, I don't think it connected. Yeah, I don't think I connected. Wait, what if I... Did that connect? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so medium stand blast, medium stand blast. Oops. I'll go over here for a bit. Or oops. I mean, over. Oh, I mean, oops. Over here, please. So. Okay, so medium kick. Do this consistently first. Oh, did that work? Did that work? I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. Okay, I just had to input it faster. Okay, interesting. Okay. Reversal. Anytime you can't move from taking damage, and then you can enter a command for a move and have it execute as soon as possible. Special moves, OD moves, driving packs. Okay. Oops. Okay, we'll try that again. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. If you don't have a fully special move, you can use a super art instead. Yep. That'll do. Oh, so much to learn. Rapid cancel. Only light normal, okay. Rapid canceling. Crouching light can be right. Oh, I see, okay. Huh. Oh, Zangief! Yes, yeah, if you jump from a grab, you can't get grabbed. Unless if it's an air grab. Yeah, backdash will also work. Because when you're backdashing, it technically counts as in the air. Yeah, when you're in the air, you can't be, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, throws are beaten by, like, command throws cannot be beaten by throws, and therefore command grabs, if you're gonna get hit, you have to backdash or jump. Hard knockdown, yeah. Yeah, heavy sweep is hard knockdown.
This is my chance.
Yep, throws are hard knockdowns on punish.
No escape.
Hard knockdown, okay. Yeah, they can't do recovery, so they have to recover in place. So it's like very free Oki after hard knockdown. Yeah, super arts can cause hard knockdown. Counters. Counter hit, okay. Punish counters. Yeah. You're punishing their move, so you by counter, so 20% more damage, okay. Cause an actual punish counter. Stand heavy kick. Oops. Kick. Oh yeah, he does the spin. Drive gauge, definitely, yeah. Oh, refills when you land attacks on your opponent. Oh, that's good to know, yeah. So in order to get resources back, you want to be aggressive. Okay. Yes, landing combos are good. So how to drain your opponent's drive gauge? You basically just wanna chip at your opponent. Block, yeah. Yes, we want my opponents to be burnout. Okay, so drive impact will automatically on hit during one block. 1.5 blocks if it's a punish counter. Okay, that's a big deal, yeah. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. Super arts. Level 1 drains half a block, yeah. Yeah, then you bring him into burnout. Yeah, that's good. Burnout recovers faster when you're on the ground than when you're airborne, okay? Oh yeah, it's a little slower when you're in the air, okay, I see. Blocking attacks will speed up my recovery. Yeah. Okay, I see. So if I get stunned during burnout, then if they punish me, then I just get all my burnout gone. Okay. Yeah, you can super art out because super arts are invincible. Yeah, if I put my opponent in burnout, I should go on the attack, yeah. Yeah, burnout, yeah, once one character goes into burnout, then the other one's trying to chase him, essentially, yeah. That makes sense. Perfect parry. Oh, was there a way to practice this? I would love to practice that. Yeah. So when you perfect parry a projectile, time doesn't stop. It looks more or less the same as when you do a standard dry parry. Okay. A good example of any powerful move that's slow to execute will leave you unable to strike back if you block it. Special moves where your opponent charges forwards or ones that create an advantageous situation at close range are common examples, but the most obvious move to try a perfect parry against is a drive impact. Okay. Okay. I'm late. Oh, wow, I got it. Nice. Yeah, I mean the parry is you can hold it for it to just last, but you can't get perfect parries if you just hold. You basically have to activate parry at the exact moment where you're about to get hit in order to get a perfect parry. Ah, man, stuff is hard. Recovery. Yeah, recovery is basically the amount of frames it takes from when your character doesn't move to where it goes back to like the neutral stance. Block recovery, yeah. Yeah, blocking has a recovery from when you're blocking and then back to neutral. Yep. Yeah, Ryu's gut punch is plus on block, which means that if you block that move, if you try to counter attack him and Ryu does an attack of the same speed, Ryu's gonna win. So he's gonna hit you in the face. So yeah, definitely something to be careful of. There aren't that many moves that are plus in this game, but it's really good to know which ones are. Confirms. Oh man, they're gonna teach me how to do a confirm. Oh. Confirms. Situational confirms. Previous jump example. Imagine you do a forward jump attack where your opponent isn't doing anything. In this situation, it's difficult to know when your attack is going to be hit or blocked. If you can visually confirm that your opponent used a large attack on the ground or threw a projectile, that changes things. Yeah, for example, if they used a thing, so you know you hit them for sure. Okay. Hit confirms. Oh man, hit confirms. Yeah. Yes, that's bad. It's essentially you only cancel the special move once you confirmed you hit. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
Fighting uppercut. 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 Fighting uppercut.
I'm not reaching. Do I have to do medium?
Fighting uppercut. Fighting uppercut.
Oh.
Fighting uppercut. Fighting uppercut. Tank blast. Where you fighting uppercut? Fighting uppercut. Fighting uppercut.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. Hit confers are hard. Hit confers are so hard. The neutral game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the neutral game is basically referring to everything that happens before one character hits the other character. So it's like this entire game that's being played while each character is trying to find a hit, basically. Pokes. Counter pokes. Yeah, it's all matchup based. Bad buffering. Whiff punishes. Yeah, so if your opponent misses a move, then you're punishing him on missing. Yeah, shimmying, like going back and forth, is pretty important, just to play ranges. Okay, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to miss. Okay. Whiff punish. No, I don't have it down. There's a lot of things that are being taught to me right now, so I mean, realistically, I know about a fair amount of these, but in execution, it's a little different from just knowing they exist, so. Oh, that's all the tutorials. Wow, that's everything. Damn. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. OD success. Okay.
Gotcha! Gotcha! Gotcha!
Oh, do I just let it rock for that? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of shortcuts with the hitbox I honestly have to learn, mainly because of what we call the SODC. So the SODC is the same... I forgot what it stands for, but basically what happens is that with the hitbox, because of the fact that I can press multiple directions like left and right and up and down at the same time, the way this game forces you to deal with it is that if you press left and right at the same time, it becomes nothing. So if you let go of one or the other, it becomes that instead. So for example, I'm holding left, holding right, holding left, holding right. You can see on the top of the thing this happens, but if I hit both of them, nothing happens. It just stays in neutral. But if I let go of right now, I go left. If I hold, see? Same, that happens for up and down, right? So I'm down. If I press up, it goes to the neutral. If I release down, then I start jumping. But then if I hold it again, it goes down. And why this is important is that this actually allows us to cancel certain things. For example, normally you have to go down across, right to do a fireball, right? So it has to be this. So that's normally how you would do it. But because I'm holding, if I hold down and I go this, and then if I do jump, it'll just go back to right because it cancels out the down motion. So it's no longer down right. So if I do down, right, and then I press up and punch at the same time, I get like a faster fireball because I'm canceling the down with it. So it's like this instead. In the thing, it still looks like I'm doing the regular thing, but in reality, I'm doing see I accidentally jumped there because I'm bad. So if I hold down, yeah. So if I just hold, so I can hold down and right, and then if I just hit up and punch, it'll just automatically just do the sequence. So I just hold on to the keys instead of letting them go. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, honestly. Oh, I'm burnt out. Oh! Yeah, I need to sort of... What's a good poke, I think? I mean, I have some command normals, right? Oops. Sorry, Jamie. Let me look at my command list. So... I have throws. Unique attacks. So... Forward medium is an overhead. Okay. And then back heavy. So it's like a shimmy attack, okay? Yeah, the anti-air high kick. This seems like a good anti-air slash even poke at certain ranges. Double impact. So forward heavy. Triple impact, yeah, that's the light medium heavy. Nose breaker. Medium. Okay. Snapback combo. Okay, let me try all of these. So this is rawhide. Oh, sorry, no, that's just medium punch. This is rawhide. That's an overhead. So if they're crouching, I hit them with this. And then... Yeah, the two heavies. I also have back heavy. You see how Luke does like a back forward, and then back kick, and then what was it? Yeah, the nose breaker. So this isn't cancelable into anything except maybe a level 2. Oh, that's level 3. I wonder if I can cancel that into... Nope, that doesn't land. No, that doesn't connect. What was my level 2? Super arts. It is punch, okay. Okay. No, it doesn't connect. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to be able to cancel into anything. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, okay. I should probably try to learn some combos now that I think about it. Mode select. Yes. Whew. Oh man, it's a lot of information in my brain now. What to do? Now, let's go into character guides. Sure. How to play Luke. Whoa, you seen those character guide things? Talk about radical. Okay. Yep. Okay. Sandblast. Overdrive. Oh, yeah. Flash Knuckle. Okay. You can charge it, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, medium kick into, okay. Yeah, and this also has a, okay, interesting. Luke's kudos has reached a certain amount. Okay, interesting. Ooh, is that heavy punch? Ooh. Oh, interesting. Air flash knuckle, interesting. This is armor, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Impaler's an overhead. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, the overdrive version is armor. The regular one has low profile. Okay. Good. Okay. That's good to know. Light mediums for anti-air. EX for I want to get out of here. Yeah. Okay. Welcome blast. Eraser. That's the level 2. Yeah, you can bring them all the way to the corner. Okay. That's good. That was just light punch straight into it, huh? Yeah, I think that's the combo they made me do, was the medium kick into sandblast into, yeah, I can slip through projectiles because it's completely invincible on startup. Interesting. Character Explorer first stand. Yeah, keep them in check with sandblasts. Yep. They try to jump. Uppercut them. Yeah, this is the Shoto playstyle. Fireball them. They try to jump at you. You Shoryu them. Oh, standing medium kick looks really good as a poke. Yeah, that kick looks really good. Okay. Fundamentals. Standing heavy punch moves you forward. Okay. Okay. If you got the drive gauge for it, you can always do a drive rush. Standing heavy kick and approaching medium punch are very strong. Yeah. Okay, so crushing medium punch is advantage on block. Good to know. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's where that perfect part comes in. Oh, I was supposed to try these. Whoops. Oh, give me a sec. Oh, let me go back. Play from the beginning. Oh, here, let me quit. So I'm supposed to try all those. Give me a second. Give me get back to that. Okay, let me just try all of these.
10 left. You're doing good. Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Okay, OD. So I'll try that.
Doing good.
Yep. Yep. Flash knuckle.
This isn't hard for you, huh? Yeah, just like that. You're doing good.
Okay. Yep, charge. Let's try that.
Okay, good work there.
Okay. I'll try that. So, crouch and medium kick into.
This isn't hard for you,
Oh,
huh?
okay. That's cool. Oops. Okay.
Okay, good work there. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up. You're doing good.
Interesting. Okay.
Heads up.
Okay. So. Oh, it moves quite a bit. Oh, that's really helpful.
Heads up. Yeah, just like that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So this is the no chaser.
This isn't hard for you, huh? Okay, good work there.
Okay. So So that's armored. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I'm learning a lot. I'm not sure how much of these I can even execute. This I'm good. I've learned this enough, but like, because this is sorry. Yeah, so just 1, 2, 3. Slam. Welcome to the jam. Oops. Vulcan Blast, the level 1. Let's see how fast I can. That's slow. Okay, let me try to get that faster.
Just like that.
It almost feels like 2 clicks when I do it like that.
This isn't hard for you, huh? Fighting uppercut. Fighting uppercut. Fighting uppercut.
Nope, I keep getting that.
Yeah, just like
That's a
that.
3 click, it feels like.
This isn't hard
That
for you,
feels
huh?
like a 2 click. Let me try to execute it quicker. That's fine. Eraser is
Take this. Beast mode, baby. Beast mode, baby.
okay, so it doesn't move forward.
Take this. Beast mode, baby. Beast mode, baby.
Okay.
Beast mode, baby. Take this. Take this. Take this.
So it's 1, 2. So I just hold down and go 1, 2. Oh, wait, sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, oops. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. At this range it would hit.
Okay, good work there.
Woo! Okay, that's fine. Tail Rider. This is forward, right?
Good work. Too slow.
Whoa!
Hard for you, huh?
Okay. Next guy, Funny's one.
Yeah, just like that.
So yeah.
Okay, good work there.
Okay, let's get this more consistent.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Does it go into medium?
Doing good.
It does. Okay. Does it go into heavy? No, it's too slow.
Okay, good work there. Doing good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a good thing to throw out. This is just like an active hitbox that's in front of me.
Okay, good work there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So drive gaze, drive rush,
Where you going?
heavy kick.
Too slow. Where you going? Too slow. Yeah, just like that. Where you going? Okay, good work there. Too slow. Doing good.
Oh, that's even faster.
Where you going? Too slow. Okay, good work there. Where you going? Too slow. Yeah, just like that. Where you going? This isn't hard for you,
That's pretty fast.
Too slow. Where you going? Too slow. Where you going? Too slow. Where you going? Too slow. Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Where you?
Especially medium punch. Okay. 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 Medium one executes faster. Okay, let's try that. So let's go punch into. Okay, into back kick. Let's try that. So can you please go over to this side first? So. Oh, I might have to dash up and then attack. Oh, what if I do a Shoryu? Oh, Sandblast works. Yeah, that'll do. I'm learning. Okay. I'm not getting the perfect though.
hard for you,
Oh.
huh?
I got the perfect.
Doing good.
Oh, I see. There's a certain timing for perfect. Oh, yeah. I should really practice that. Anyway, for now, let's move on. Oh. Wait, that's it? That's all I got for Luke? Oh my gosh, that's all I have for Luke. You know what? Let's do a little bit of... Yeah, I want to do a little bit against CPU. Whew, okay.
The macho man.
Alright, let's get it.
Oh, random.
Shall we begin then?
Let's do CPU level 4 and see how I can do. Oh, kind of nervous. Woo. All right. Let's give it a shot.
Alright, you ready?
An honor, to be sure. Round one. Fight. Now observe. Excuse. Now observe.
Fighting uppercut!
Here. Here. Now observe. Go.
Where you go?
No, level 1. Ugh. Woo.
Not bad.
Okay.
Round two. Fight.
Fighting uppercut!
Now observe.
Oh crap. Woo.
Wins.
Okay, not using my gauge as much, but one more rematch.
Round one. Fight. Now observe. Here. Away. Now observe. Here.
Where you go? Fighting uppercut!
Here.
Oh crap.
Hey now, where you going?
Now observe.
Ooh, backhanded. Woo.
Not bad.
Round two. Fight. Here.
Come on. Ow. Oh, level 3. Oh no. Oh, it's level 2. I see the level 4 CPU doesn't block very much. So level 4 is probably a bit too easy in general. I probably won't learn too much. Maybe I will select character. Yo, I'm gonna play against the mirror just so I can learn from it. Yeah, if I do a mirror, then I can think of what they're doing and then probably try to incorporate a little bit of that into my current game plan. That might help. I mean, Mr. Popeye's boy seems to be ooh.
Alright, you ready? Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
Gotcha! No escape!
Ow. Come on. Ugh. No. Okay, I'm getting diddled. Okay. I'm missing a lot of the... He's grabbing me a lot. There's not much I'm doing about it, so... Yeah. Yeah. Ah. True. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. Interesting. That's really good for... Okay, I'm definitely not teching throws enough or really jumping. Because if I jump the throws, then I can land, but... Let me go back to training to let me think about things a little bit more. Like, especially all the air stuff, I need a little bit more practice on. Because I'm still not consciously picking like the right options for if I'm trying to jump in and stuff. Nor am I picking the right combos. Although I don't really know what Luke's bread and butter combos are. That's something I probably should look up. So if I jump medium kick seems to be the... Was that a cross up? It was. Okay. So aside from that, there's also... I'm trying to do like the punch as low to the ground as possible after the jump. Like that, yeah. But if I land it first, then that happens. Yeah, then it just does the thing on the ground. So if I do it faster, it just hits in the air, but yeah, that takes a... There's a... The timing here is pretty strict. Like that. That's what I'm trying to do. Not the punch. Nope, that's too close. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That seems like an interesting jump-in option. Especially for air-to-air. Like air-to-air, just blast them like that, but... Like air to ground, like as I'm landing, if it's low enough. Interesting. A little bit earlier? No, that's a little too high. No. Yeah, that's about perfect. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Tons to think about. So, what's my best air-to-air? I mean, light seems to be pretty good. Heavy doesn't seem to have that much range. Is it kick? Oh, kick might be. It might just actually be this. This might just be the best air-to-air. Huh. Big punch. Big punch. Oh, it's too slow to combo into. No. No, it doesn't combo. I should probably look up the combos and stuff and actually just study the bread and butters now. I mean, I think this is a fairly good stopping point. We learned quite a bit and I'm honestly starting to get really hungry, so that's probably the main reason why I probably want to wrap it up for today. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching my first little foray into Street Fighter 6. I'm definitely learning a lot. There's a lot of like more practical stuff that I probably have to practice a little, mainly with all the way like even shimmying, like the right way to shimmy back and forth to sort of avoid your opponent's attacks and then come back in to do more. Like this kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff that's definitely gonna take a little time for me to adjust. But for now, I'll probably end it off. And we'll definitely probably play sometime next week also, just so I can get a little bit more into the practicing stuff, and then maybe even eventually hit rank battle if I start doing well enough against the CPU. So So definitely please look forward to that. And tomorrow, around the same time as today, I will be starting my run of Yakuza 3 Remastered. Yeah, that one's gonna be a different series. It's called the background clearing, mainly because there's a lot of backlog that I have to clear through, especially since I'm a big fan of the Yakuza series, and Yuga Gotoku 8 has already been announced and will probably drop sometime soon. Same with Yuga Gotoku 7 Gaiden. So definitely I really want to catch up because I've only played 0, Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2. So I want to get through the rest of the story just so I know what's up, right? Because there's a lot of stuff in between that's been happening with various factions. So I want to get to know that, although it's not going to be like a speed through. Like, I'm not just going to half-ass it. I'm probably still going to be doing all the submissions because I think the submissions in Yakuza is what gives it its charm. So not seeing all of the submissions, I think, is a crime. So I'll do my best to finish all the submissions and finish Yakuza 3, and I'm probably gonna play Yakuza 3 on probably as like a fairly low difficulty, mainly because I know that the AI is really bugged in combat in that game, and because the AI is like super bugged, trying to play on hard is literally just a waste of time. Mainly because I do know that in hard, and I did play hard a little bit before. I played up to like chapter 5, but I'm gonna restart on my PC for a new playthrough, mainly because the more I play on hard, the more I realize just how tedious the actual combat is, mainly because the AI is bugged and all they do is just block, and if you try to grab them, they immediately grab counter, so there's like no real good way for you to do damage except to just chip them. So because of that, it's just a waste of time, so I won't be playing on hard mode, but otherwise I will just be trying to work through the series as fast as possible, just to get like finish 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I can be prepared to play 7 Gaiden, and also the Judge Eyes series, like Judge Eyes, and then the sequel, and then eventually Yuga Gotoku 8 whenever that drops. So please come watch that if you have time, but otherwise I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm really hungry, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. And with that, I bid you all adieu. What was the super again? Was it forward? I think it was forward. Time to go to work. Bye.